Hello everyone, welcome back to PrimeEducare and complete institution for JEE and NEET. Today we discuss the limit which we have discussed in the last lecture and this something about that. Okay, this in last lecture we discussed it by definite integral, but this limit is not that type, right? Now we discuss this limit, that how it is calculate, right? Let it consider L, okay, and this will be L equal to limit n tends to infinite factorial 2n over factorial n to the power n to the power 1 over n. Okay. Now taking logarithm both side, ln L or ln of L equal to limit as it is n tends to infinite and ln of this particular thing, which is factorial 2n over factorial n and n to the power n, and whole power is 1 over n. Clear? Now the power rule is the power of in the log, it comes forward like that, n tends to infinite and 1 over n ln to the power factorial 2n over factorial n and n to the power n, like that. Okay. Now we also have a rule which we called ln or log m upon n, and if log we apply the rule log of m over n, we can write it ln factorial 2n minus ln factorial n into n to the power n, as you know. Okay, that's it, and move forward to equal to limit n tends to infinite 1 over n, and again we have a rule which we divide this dot as addition, right? This is the m into n and ln factorial 2n, clear, then minus of ln factorial n plus ln of n to the power n, as or no, it is clear. Now we want to calculate this thing, limit n tends to infinite 1 over n and ln factorial 2n, like that, ln of factorial 2n minus ln factorial n, and minus plus will be minus ln n to the power n. All right. Now what we do with this? Now since we know that what that if we have ln or log in input k factorial, then it will be approximately equal to k log k minus k. Okay, this is an result which we have to we know about it. Okay, this is a basically this is a result. Okay, no problem. Then we can write this ln factorial 2n as approximately equal to this, and also this. Then we write ln factorial 2n as 2n ln 2n minus 2n, right? And also we have ln factorial n, we can write it n ln n minus n. Yes or no? Right? Now let's see what we have in left hand side. Ln L. Ln L equal to something this, limit 1 over n, limit n tends to infinity, limit n tends to infinity 1 over n, and this L. Okay, now we can write this thing as this. Now limit n tends to infinite, n tends to infinite 1 over n as it is, and what we can write this ln 2n factorial as, by this formula we can write ln 2 factorial as 2n ln 2n minus 2n, right? Okay, then 2n ln 2n minus 2n, yes or no? Yes sir. And again we can write it n ln n ln n minus n, right? And what is there? Minus n to the power n, which come from out from here, and this ln n, right? Okay, clear. Now again ln limit n tends to infinite 1 over n, this will be 2n, right? And this also again we can do this 2 into n, right? And we apply here m into n formula of log, and what is it? If ln mn, then we can write ln mn equal to ln m plus ln n, right? Then we apply here ln 2 plus ln n, and again 2n as it is minus ln n as it is minus n, and then n ln n. Yes or no? Okay sir. And limit n tends to infinite 1 over n is nothing but 2n ln 2, and 2n multiply here also 2n ln n, right? Minus this 2n minus n ln n minus n and n ln n. Okay, and this n ln n and this ln n will be together is minus 2n ln n, right, like this. And this is for positive 2n ln n, then positive 2n ln n will be cancelled out from minus n ln n and n ln n, and we have here limit n tends to infinite 1 over n. What is this? 2n ln 2, and what is there? Is there like okay, and what is this? This will be positive or negative, like that. If there is negative, then negative times negative positive, this n will be positive, because we write it ln factorial n to bracket ln n ln n minus n, and if the minus will multiply is the bracket, then minus minus plus, then this n will be positive and this 2n, then we have minus n here. Okay, if we subtract n from this 2n, we get minus n. This is not the again thing, and if we multiply 1 over here and here, we get 2 ln 2 and minus 1. Okay, now what is this? There is no n represent here, and we get the limit is 2 ln 2, which we write ln to the power 2 minus 1, and we write here is ln what ln 1 ln 4 minus 1, right? Then we get what we have in the left hand side, ln L equal to something ln 4 minus 1, and we take antilog of this equation, we get L equal to e raised to power ln 4 minus 1, and if we write here something like that, ln 4 e to the power minus 1, and then L equal to what is this, ln and e will be cancelled out, then there only we have 4 and e raised to power minus 1 will be e. Then the answer of this given limit, is what? It 4 by e, right? We get the result of this thing is 4 over e, and how we get? We can calculate it. Okay. Now again, next question. This, I think this question we have done in earlier, okay, in the last class. Now next question is something like that. Okay, next question is this, because this question we have done in the last class. Okay, now what we have? This thing. Now since we try to find out the limit n tends to infinite, 1 over 1 plus n plus 1 over 2 plus n plus 1 over 3 plus n and so on, plus what we write there, we write here is 4 n plus n, yes or no? Because the 5n is nothing but this addition of 4n plus n, what, right? Okay, now if we want to do compact, to do this form, we can write here summation. And what is the summation? Summation is 1 over r plus n, right? And r is vary from 1 to 4n, yes or no? Yes or no, right? Okay, because if we put 1 here, then we get 1 over 1 plus n. If we put 2 here, we get 1 over 2 plus n. If we put 3 here, we get 1 over 3 plus n, and so on. If we put 4n instead of r, we get 1 over 4n plus n. And therefore, we are trying to find out this limit. We can common n from this expression, and we have r equals to 1 to 4n, and if we common n from here, we have r over n plus 1, yes or no? Okay, it is clear. Now what we have, we can write it function 1 over n as dx, r over n as x, like that, x plus 1 or 1 plus x. And what will be the limits? Limit is if we want to find the lower limit, then we have to find this limit n tends to infinite r over n, and if we put the lower limit of r, we get the lower limit of integration, and if we put upper limit of r, we get upper limit of the integration. Now what is the lower limit of r is 1, the 1 over n, then as n tends to infinite we get lower limit is 0, that we can write here 0, and if we try to find out the upper limit of integration, then the limit n tends to infinite r over n, and if we put limit n tends to infinite, if we put upper limit of r, which is 4n, and n is cancelled out from n, we get 4 here, like that. Okay, clear. Now do the integration of this thing. We have ln 1 plus x 0 to 4, right? And what we put upper limit, and upper limit will be 4, and we get ln 1 plus 4 minus ln 1 plus 0, and what we have exactly ln 5 minus ln 1, and the value of ln 1 will be 1, oh sorry, ln 1 will be 0, then we get ln 5 minus 0, and our final answer is ln ln 5, ln 5. Okay, clear. Now move at the next integral. Okay, there is now next integral. Now we have another formula. We have to calculate this thing. Okay, it's all clear. Now we want to discuss Wallis formula. What we want to discuss? We want to discuss Wallis formula. And what is the Wallis formula? Is it? Wallis formula will be this. That what is the IMN? Basically, IMN is nothing but, if we have something like that, integral IMN. If we have integration 0 to pi by 2 sine to the power, okay, sine to the power mx and cos to the power nx dx. If we have integral something like that, then if m and n both are even, then then we can write it like that. The value of this integral will be this, and if the values of m and n are, if m and even and n is odd, then we apply this formula. If m is odd and n is even, then also applies this formula. And if m and n both are odd, then also we apply this formula. Only when m and n both are even, we apply this formula, because these formula are something seems like likely. The difference between these two expressions, just multiply by pi by 2. If m and n is both are even, then we multiply this to pi by 2, and otherwise that's it. Okay, it is clear. Now we try and another function. Okay, now what we have, this thing, since something integration pi by 2 to pi by 2, and if we multiply this inside there, sine square will be sine cube, yes or no? Sine square will be sine cube x and cos square as it is, cos square x. Okay, and again if we dx integration, if we multiply by this, we have minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 and sine square here, sine square x, and what, there is a cos cube x dx. Okay, and if we write this integral is equal to I1 and this integral is equal to I2, then we find out, first of all find out I1. And what is the I1? I1 is minus pi by 2 2 pi by 2 sine cube x cos square x dx. Okay, now that's great. Now what we have, since we have this value, and what is the value of this, something sine to the power, but there is a problem, and what the problem is, the limit of this integral is from 0 to pi by 2 and their limit is, what is the limit, there is the limit from minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. Now we also have an question, if we write here, if minus a to a f of x dx, then we can write it 0 to a f of x plus f of minus x dx, as or no? We can write this thing as, because we have write it already. Okay, if we want to satisfy this thing, we can take any function like only dx, right? Then dx will be what, dx, the integration of dx is x and minus a to a, we get here what we get personally x and again a, put a here, minus lower limit of a and something x and minus minus plus, this is the 2x again. Now if you want to write this thing 0 to a, and again f of x is just one function, 1. Now what is here, 1, right? And f of minus x is also 1 and this dx, then again we write there 2x 0 to a and put the limit is 2a and 2a to a same, right? We if you want to satisfy this, we can do it. Now how we can change this limit? Our function is something like that. Our function is that something like that. We want to change it, right? Then we apply this formula here and the value of this integral will be reduced to in this form as 0 to pi by 2 and we put x here, no problem. This function will be as it is because f of x is f of x sine cube x and cos square x, right? But we also want to put here, now since we put minus x instead of x in sine, then we know that sine minus x is equal to minus sine x, sine minus of x equal to minus sine x, as you know. Now if we put here, then minus sine x and also the power of minus 1, the power of minus 1 is 3, right? Minus 3 power of minus 1, right? This, or 3 power of minus 1 is minus 1 also. Therefore we get here, we get this sign will be negative, okay, and sine cube x, and again we put x instead of minus x in the cos, then there is no change, right? Because cos minus x is same as cos x, right? Now you can write here, sorry, you can write here cos square x as it is and then dx, and what we have, okay, This and this are same, and the value of I1 is 0 because sine cube x cos square x minus sine cube x cos square x is 0, then I1 will be 0. Yes or no? Okay, great. Now we want to calculate this I2, right? Now, and again we have I2. Oh, sorry, not this. Now we have I2, and I2 equal to minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 sine square x cos cube x, right? Sine square x cos cube x dx, and what we'll have? We'll have the even function, right? Even function here. This x dx. We have even function because cos function is already even function and sine function is odd function, but there is a square of sine function, then this will be also a even function. Then if the limit we use this thing, if we have even function, then minus a to a limit, if we have limit minus a to a, something like that, minus a to a f of x dx, then 2 0 to a f of x dx, when this function is even function, right? Then we have, there is this function is even function, then we can write it like that, 2 0 to pi by 2 and sine square x cos cube x dx. Okay, great. Now 2 is as it is. Now we can apply Wally's formula here. We can apply Wally's formula here, and what the Wally's formula say, if m and n both are even, then we can apply this formula, and otherwise we apply this formula. And what is this? M minus 1 m minus 3, right? And here the value of m is 2 and value of n is 3, then both m and n are not even, right? Then we have to apply the second formula of this thing, m minus 1 m minus 3 m minus 5, then up to so on. Okay, now m minus 1 m minus 3 m minus 5 up to so on, and n minus 1 n minus 3 n minus 5 up to so on, and in divide this thing, m plus n minus 2 m plus n minus 4 and so on, divide by m plus m plus n minus 2 m plus n minus 4 and so on, right? This thing clear? Okay, it is also clear. Now 2, now we can put where, in all terms or in the certain terms, because we want to put here only in where the this bracket will be positive, right? Now we have the value of m is 2, therefore we also have this bracket, now 2 minus 1. Okay, in other brackets there no need to put the value of m because the all bracket are negative. We have to put where, when this value positive, right? Again also at not equal that, right? N minus 1 and the value of n is 3, and we get 3 minus 1, and this will be 0. Again m plus n like a 2 plus 3, and again m plus n, which is 2 plus 3 minus 2, Okay, where from we allowed to put their values of m and n where the bracket have positive values, right? Now again we can put, because there m plus n is 5 and there is 4 only, therefore we can put. Okay, now 2 multiply by 2 minus 1 1, and 3 minus 1 will be 2, over 2 plus 3 will be 5, 2 cancel out from 2, which is it is 3, and this 2 plus 3 is 5 minus 4 is 1, right? And we have here 2 into 2 4, and 5 into 3 15, and this is our answer because the value of I1 is 0 and I is equal to I1 plus I2. If the I1 value is 0, then I equal to I2, and this will be our answer. Clear? Okay. Now move forward for the next question. Oh, what is the question? Okay. Now we have to take this is, and what is this? If we have something limit 0 to a f of x dx, it is same as limit 0 to a f of x minus a dx, right? X minus a dx. We also can satisfy this thing if f of x equal to something x, and we try to find out 0 to a x dx equal to this thing, then we have x square by 2, and the value of this is a square by 2. And if we want to calculate this thing, we have 0 to a what the value of this function is x minus a, and the value of x minus x dx x minus a whole square by 2. And if we put 0 to a here, if we put a, then a will be 0, upper limit will be 0, minus lower limit. Lower limit, what the lower limit? We put here 0. It is not, it is a minus x, right? Because if we put 0 here, then minus a square is also a, then we get a square by 2, and this is not a same. But if we put a minus x, right, a minus x here, then we calculate the right things, like this thing a minus x, right, and a minus x, then we have a minus x square, then we have minus 2. Okay, then again, because the differentiation of this is minus 1, okay, and if we want to put a here, then it will be 0, and also 0 minus minus 2 with positive, and if we write here 0, then we get a square by 2. Okay, it is, that's it, and we can write here. Okay, and we use this identity in the particular integral, and then Wally's formula. Okay, first of all, let this integral I equal to 0 to pi x sine to the power 7x cos to the power 6x dx, and again we write here this identity, and the value of a is pi, right? Then 0 to pi, we can write here this pi minus x and sine to the power 7, and sine pi minus x will be sine x, and cos pi minus x is a minus cos, but the power is 6, then the minus 1 will be positive, and we have cos x here. Okay. Now, in the particular manner, we multiply these things 0 to pi, and here pi, what is this here, and here pi. We multiply these two things inside of this integral or inside this bracket, sine to the power 7x cos 6x dx, and then minus integration 0 to pi, minus integration 0 to pi x sine to the power 7x cos to the 6x dx. Okay, and here is I. Now, what we consider I? I is nothing but 0 to pi x sine to the power 6 cos to 7 sine to the power 7 cos to the power 6 dx. Then this will be also I, right? It is also equal to I. Then if we write it, I equal to integration 0 to pi pi sine to the 7x cos to the 6x dx, and it is also pi, right? Okay, no problem. Now we taking this side pi plus pi will be 2, sorry, I plus I will be 2i, and the limit of we can change the limit of this 0 to a, then we multiply by 2, it is 0 to pi by 2, and then there is pi and sine to the power 7 x cos to the power 6x dx, and again we cancel out I 2 from 2, then I equal to pi integration 0 to pi by 2 sine to the power 7x cos to the power 6x dx, and we can apply Wallis formula here. And what is the Wallis formula? What is the Wallis formula? Because m and n both not the even numbers, then we can put here 7 minus 1, 7 minus 3, 7 minus 5. Okay, because these brackets are positive, and next term is 7 minus 7, which we not allowed here, right? And again 6 minus 1, 6 minus 3, and 6 minus 5, 6 minus 5, 6 minus 5 divided by m plus n, right? Like a 7 plus 6, then 7 plus 6 minus 2, and 7 plus 6 minus 4 up to so on, where when we get the positive brackets, right? And 7 plus 6 is 13, right? Then also we have 7 plus 6 minus 6, then 7 plus 6 minus 8, and 7 plus 6 minus 10, because there difference of 2 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 and 12 also, and multiply by 7 plus 6 minus 12, and there we get the positive results. Now this pi, and calculate all the brackets, we have the result of I. Okay, and we get the result of I will be pi into something constant, will be easily can be solved out, right? Now next we move, and what is this? Okay, now since we have to try to find out this integral 0 to a to the power 5 by 2 integration a minus x dx, put here, put x equal to a sine square theta, right? Then dx equal to 2a sine theta cos theta d theta, right? And if we apply formula here, we have what we have? We have this a 2 sine theta cos theta will be cos 2 theta d theta and dx. Okay, now therefore we write here integration 0 what will be, I don't know, we can change the limit. Okay, now put here x equal to a sine square theta, then a sine square theta to the power 5 by 2, and this power will be half, and a minus a sine square theta and power half, right? Okay, no problem. And d theta. Now what is the limit? When x is 0, then theta is 0, and when x is a cancel out from a, and theta will be pi by 2, yes or no? Okay, and what is this thing is 0 to pi by 2, a to the power 5 by 2, and sine to the power 5 theta, and if we come a from it, a to the power half, and what will have 1 minus sine square theta to the power half dx, and again the power with 5 by 2 and half will be a cube, right? A cube, and 0 to pi by 2, and what is this sine to the power 5 theta, sorry, not dx, this is the d theta, and okay, we not put the value of 2 theta here, a equal to this a cos 2 theta, right? Also the value of dx is a cos 2 theta d theta, right? And again here a cos 2 theta, not cos 2 theta, it is sin 2 theta, right? Sin 2 theta, not cos, sin 2 theta d theta. Okay, now a and power of a is 3, and this can be power of a will be 4, and sin to the power 5 theta, and what is this? This power it is nothing but cos theta, and after this we open again sin 2 theta formula, and it is 2 sin theta cos theta d theta, right? And 2 comes out from the integral because it is constant, and 0 to pi by 2, and sine power 5 and 6, right? Then the sine to the power 6 theta, and cos will be cos square theta, because one cos and one cos together will 2 cos theta, and these both powers are even, then we apply Wallis formula, and then we can calculate these things, right? And 2a equal to what we have? We have that m minus 1, like 6 minus 1, 6 minus 1, and 6 minus 3, 6 minus 5, right? And again here is 2 minus 1 also only, and what is there? 6 plus 2, then 6 plus 2 minus 2, 6 plus 2 minus 4, 6 plus 2 minus 6, okay, and 6 plus 2 minus 8, this not big, and multiply by pi by 2, then 2 will be cancelled out from this 2, 2 will be cancelled out from this 2, and we can write here what is this? A pi multiply by 6 minus 1 5, 6 minus 1 5, a pi multiply by 6 minus 1 5, 6 minus 3 3, and 6 minus 5 1, which is no need to write, and 2 minus 1 is also 1. Okay, divide by 8, multiply by 6, multiply by 8 minus 4 4, and multiply by 6 minus 6 2, right? And this will be answer of this integral, right? Okay, now next integrals we discuss in the next lecture. Till then, thank you very much.